Alright, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bashar Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you. This is your brother Palau back again with another lesson on the spirit and power of our Lord, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And, I just want to mention a dream I had last night. And, it was, I didn't take it too serious until I spoke to a brother earlier, the elder brother. And I mentioned the dream, and I didn't realize how spiritual that dream was until I mentioned it to him. So dream goes, I believe I was on a train with another brother, and I forget, but I got off a stop before the brother because of another dream that I had about being on the fucking train and me getting off at that certain stop. So I got off the train, to transfer to another train. Almost like if you live in New York City and you're taking the 6 train downtown, you can stop at 125th and you can take the express, 4 to 5 express, and it'll get you downtown faster because the 6 goes local. So, I was doing something like that, and the elder brother, that was on the train with me, he stood on the train. So when I got off the train now, and it was the spirit too, because where I was walking, it almost seems like, another dream I had with King Marshall. It almost seemed like the same train station area around Simpson Street. Any brother from, New York will know where Simpson Street is in the Bronx. Now, as I was walking, I saw these police officers, and you had 2 fucking huge ass police officers, man. One of them was an Edomite, and the other one was a Jake. And now I'm having little issues with my left shoulder. My joints is all, I'm taking my omega-3s for it and everything. I really got to start taking my CMOS again for it, but I'm having issues with it. Sometimes, it hurts to lift, but whatever. And that's how these demons know you, man. So I'm walking there, and it was, I think there was those 2 gigantic, them guys are at least 7 foot tall, man. I'm talking about Diesel, man. Look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, on extra steroids. And there was other smaller, regular looking cops around them. And there was a police chief there. So I'm kind of looking at them. I'm like, yeah, I'm big too, motherfucker. I ain't scared of y'all. And the big Edomite one, he grabs me by the left shoulder and flings me against the wall. And I'm talking about the man lifted me off my feet. It's like I felt that shit, man. And they started, bringing me up on charges, lying. I'm trying to plead my case, to the police chief, like, yo, man, this and this. No, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I got the wrong guy, And he just wouldn't budge, man. And they was trying to slap charges on me. And after a while in the dream, I started figuring a way out. Figuring my way through their lies. And, it almost turned into like I don't know how to explain it, man, but basically the police chief, that was Satan, man. And I say this because he turned into a fucking big shadow demon, man. Like, he was just a big fucking shadow demon And it was, I don't know how, hey, the Spirit told me it was an angel. But we just started, it was almost like an anime sword fight, man. We just started fighting, and slicing him with the sword. And, we defeated him. And, the moral of the dream to me is those swords was the scriptures. And that's the only way you can combat Satan and these demons, and that's sticking to the scriptures, man. And I myself, I gotta get on reading a lot more, man. And, that was the moral of the dream, was stick to the scriptures. Only the scriptures, through the scriptures, you're gonna be able to fight these devils. That's why the scriptures speak about it in Ephesians. Put on the whole armor of the Lord, that ye may withstand the wiles of the devil. In that dream, man, that freaking demonic police chief, that turned into Satan, man, he was trying to slap all type of charges on me, lying on me, and everything, man. And I'm telling you, man, when that big motherfucker just lifted me up by the left shoulder and flung me against the wall, man, I felt it. I felt that shit, man. And like the scripture say in 1 Peter, your adversary, the devil, like a roaring lion, seeking to devour you, man. You see, these devils, these demons, they know who we are. And Apostle Tahar, the apostles, they were going through this on Saturday. These demons, they know who the hell we are, man. They know our level of faith. They know everything. They know you more than you know yourself. These demons are extremely wise, man. And they're extremely powerful. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahshai is even greater. So that's where our hope is. And as you go on in this truth, man, you become more and more fearful. That's why the scriptures speak about the greater thou art, the more humble. Because the more things you find out in this truth, the more humble you're going to be, because you're going to be fearful. Like, damn, I need Yahweh Shem Yahshai to get through this, man. I need the Lord, man. You ain't getting through these things alone. In 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, which hey, man, brothers should read that scriptures. That chapter, man. About that place, that's set before the fire and water, man. It's scary, man, because to get to the kingdom, there's all sorts of obstacles, man. And like I said, the farther you go in this truth, the more you're going to see and the more fearful you're going to be. The more fearful you're going to be, man, the further you go in this truth. It's not going to be... that's why I don't understand with dudes, that shoot up, try to shoot up to the very top, man. Try to be the known guy. Hey, man, stay in your place, man, and know your role, bro. The race is not given to the swift, man. You got to be the tortoise on this race, man. Take your time and learn. You want to stay as rooted as possible in this thing. Because the higher you go in this truth, man, the stronger the demons get. And you got to be able to differentiate, a demonic thought when it pops in your head, man. You got, whoa, wait a minute. I don't talk like this. You got to learn to know yourself, man. In this truth, you got to learn to know yourself, because, when them demonic thoughts, come in your head, you got to be able to say, yo, wait, nah. I wouldn't say some shit like that. Or you even tell the demon, well, nigga, you go do that shit. You know? Something pop up about a brother, hey, I don't think that brother right. Well, nigga, you go tell him. You got to tell these demons, man. You go fucking tell him. You go do it. I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm telling y'all brothers, man, stay humble, man. Stay humble. When that motherfucker grabbed me in the dream, man, yo, man. He flung me like a piece of napkin. That's strength, man. You see, but the strength I'm after is spiritual, man. And this is why we continue to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, because we ain't going nowhere without the Lord, man. Let me just say that. We ain't going nowhere without Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, if you got a problem with a brother, you know, if you got something on your mind, don't let them thoughts sit there and rot, man. Because them demons are attracted to stuff like that. They are attracted to stuff like that, man. Learn to let shit go too, man. Learn to let shit the fuck go, man. What did the Lord say, man? You know, how many times should you forgive your brother? I believe he said 7 times 7. We're not fucking perfect, man. None of us are. None of us are perfect. You know, and we all have things, you know, that we do that another brother might be like, damn, bro. But that doesn't make you, you know, that doesn't make it like you're not a man of the Lord. You know, righteous man effed up, man. Look at Solomon. Solomon effed up. Adam effed up. You know, David effed up. David committed adultery, man. We're not perfect. But what makes us better than these people in the world is the faith we have in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the works that we do to add to that faith. None of us know if we're the elect. But as the Elder Gad said, man, let's do what the elect would do. We all have our imperfections. You know? I'm damn sure not perfect. You know, a lot of times, brothers, it's you know, that whole hanging out, man. Hey, bro, like, you gotta tune down on it, man. Find some time for yourself. You know? My own blood cousin is in this truth, man. We barely see each other outside of camp. But that's all right. That's still my man. That's still my bro, no matter what. And we made that pact even back in the world. But we understand. And we're on the level to understand that, you know, it's not about us, man. It's all about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, remember, we're just men at the end of the day. So you're gonna see imperfection in a certain brother. You're gonna see that. We're not angels, man. We're not like them yet. We are angels, but we're not like the holy ones in heaven, man. They are perfect. They don't sin. You know, negative thoughts don't go through their minds. But we are on that road to perfection. You know, just stick to the scriptures, man, and remember what the scriptures say. And this is how you battle Satan. Sticking to the scriptures, man. Like my man Rain 910, you know, had a song. And the lyrics go, ain't shit changed, I'll stick to the script. Ain't shit changed, I'll stick to the script. You know? Stick to them scriptures. You know? And that's all I got to say on that one, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachad Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the hopeful elect. And pray. And pray and fast, man. Pray and fast. More than you used to. Pray and fast, man. Pray to stay humble. Shalom.